Hi all, welcome to Anjan GCP Data Engineering. In this video, we will learn about Datastream and its basic components, its use cases and other details. We will also see a demo with a use case. This is a serverless change data capture and data replication service. We do not have to maintain its underlying infrastructure as a user. We can replicate, stream, synchronize data from heterogeneous relational database like MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle and AlloyDB into GCP services like BigQuery and Google Cloud Storage with minimum latency. And also they are going to add so many features like this in near future. And this would enable us to perform a real-time analytics with a BigQuery as the data is immediately available at the target system. This also supports multiple secure and private connectivity methods. Based on the use case, one has to choose the appropriate one. We will see private connectivity method demo in a different video. Datastream maintains a datastream specific unified representation of data types across different source system and target system, because as a user we are not explicitly mentioning any schema conversion. Datastream will take care of this particular aspect itself. If there is a change in the schema, it automatically takes care of that seamlessly with its own approach. Coming to the use cases, the first one is change data capture and also data synchronization and data replication for real-time analytics. And also it is suitable for the ELT use cases where we will load the data into data warehouse. Okay, then we'll perform the transformation in later point of time. We can consider it for data synchronization use cases for migration of hybrid cloud configurations as well. These are the few important use cases. It can also be used in many more similar use cases like this. So coming to the components of Datastream, the first component is connection profiles. This is where you will set up the source database connections, like giving some profile name and also providing host details and IP addresses, okay, and also setting up the database credentials and also using appropriate connectivity methods. Okay, so it does supports different relational databases like already we explained, like MySQL, Postgres and Oracle and many more. Okay, and these databases can be hosted anywhere, like on premise, like Google Cloud Platform, or else any other cloud like AWS or Microsoft Azure. Okay, and also we'll have to test this connectivity before we set up the data streams. Okay, so we'll have to carry out this testing process until we establish a successful connection with the respective source databases. Okay, in the similar way we do have to set up the connection profiles for the targets as well. So in case of BigQuery, you will have to set up the connection profile for the BigQuery. If it is a Google Cloud Storage, you will have to set up the connection profile for the GCS. Okay, here actually you will mention details like profile name and the region, okay, and also bucket details and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is a first important component. The next component is private connectivity. If you are going for private connectivity, then you will have to set up the configuration accordingly, but here in this demo we are not using this method. So in the next video I will take up this particular method and I will explain. Okay, so the next one, creating the stream itself. Here actually you will define the source systems and the target systems and the mapping between them, and also you set up the connections and you set up the other details. Okay, and then you will review and create the stream. Once you see the successful connection with the source databases, then you will start running the stream. Okay, once your stream is running, then you can go to your target. So in case of BigQuery, you can go to the BigQuery and you can check the availability of the data. Okay, in case of Google Cloud Storage, you can go to the Google Cloud Storage bucket and you can check the availability of the data. These are the three important components of Datastream. I hope it is clear. Okay, here in this demo, so I am considering a simple use case. So my assumption is I have a MySQL database already created in my Google Cloud Platform. Okay, it's a MySQL database. So I am going to extract data from MySQL database using Datastream will set up the necessary configuration, okay, source database configuration and also destination connection configurations, and then we'll create the stream and then we'll replicate the data, okay. So in the similar way, if you want, you can set up the configuration for Google Cloud Storage as well, okay. So like this, if you want, based on your requirement, you can replicate the data from different other relational database like PostgreSQL and Oracle and OLIDB, right. So one of our user asked us to how to dump the data from Oracle to the BigQuery, okay. So in your use case, you can consider using Datastream, okay. Just set up the stream which will extract the data from Oracle, and then you can replicate the data into BigQuery dataset, okay. Once you see everything, if you don't require this stream to be running in the future, you can just delete the stream. At least you have the dump of that Oracle database. If you want the data to be replicated continuously from the Oracle to the BigQuery, you just keep that data stream like that, so that you can see that data replication is continuously happening from the Oracle database to the BigQuery, okay. So I hope this is clear. Now it's time to move to the demo. Now we'll examine our source database, that is Cloud SQL. So this is our Cloud SQL instance. We have created this Cloud SQL instance, right, as part of our previous demo. So we are going to use the same SQL instance for our Datastream demo, okay. So now I have connected to this database. So let us see what are the tables we have and what are the different databases we have, okay. You can see now we have these databases. This is one of the databases which we have created as part of our last demo. Now I want to replicate data from this particular database, okay. Use GCP demos, okay. Now the database has been changed. If you see show tables, now we have two tables. I want to replicate these two tables into our BigQuery, okay. So right now in BigQuery I don't have any dataset created for this demo. So the data stream itself, it will create a dataset for us, okay. We are going to configure that, okay. So okay, I hope I'm clear. Now you are familiar with your source database and also your target, okay. We'll move to the data streams, okay. So come over here, go to the products, okay, and all products. Here in the analytics section we have this product data stream. Click on this. Now you can see, as we already discussed, we have three important components: connection profiles, private connectivity and streams. In the first step we are going to create the connection profiles for your source and as well your target, okay. So click on this connection profiles, create. So my source database is MySQL. You can see it right now, it is supporting MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, BigQuery and Cloud Storage, okay. So I am selecting MySQL. So MySQL connection profile. So it is taking the connection profile ID as your connection profile name automatically. Now you will have to select the appropriate region, okay. I will select my region, okay. Now you will have to provide your source database host name, IP address, okay. So for that you will have to go to your source database. Here you can see this is its public IP address, okay. Just copy this, okay, and the username you will have to provide and the password, okay. So I've just provided the required details and then click on continue, okay. I'm not selecting anything in the encryption type, let it be, then continue. Here it is important, here itself you will have to select the connectivity method, okay. Right now it is supporting three secured connectivity methods. One is IP allow listing, forward SSH tunnel and private connectivity. So here in this demo we are choosing this IP allow listing, okay. So that you will have to whitelist these Datastream public IPs within your Cloud SQL network. Okay, so we'll do that. So now it has these 5 public IP address. Okay, so it can interact with the Cloud SQL database using these public IPs. Now you will have to whitelist these IPs into your Cloud SQL instance networking section. Okay, so now we'll have to copy everything. Go to your SQL instance, edit your SQL instance, come over here. Here you can see this connection section. Here you will have to add network. Okay, that means you are securely allowing these selected IP address to connect to your SQL instance. Okay, now I'll have to copy one by one from my data stream. Now I just copied everything. Just click on save. This is being updated. This may take few minutes. Now you can see our Cloud SQL instance has been successfully updated. If you go back to your networking section of your Cloud SQL instance, you can see all these IPs have been whitelisted. Okay, you can see all these are under authorized network section. Okay, now we are good to go. Continue. Now you will have to test your connectivity. Like our password is wrong. Okay, so yeah, sorry, I just gave one extra character. Now it should be okay. Again you can run this test connection. Now you can see this connection is successfully established with your source database. Okay, now you can create this connection profile. Okay, now connection profile is created for your source database. So in the similar manner you will have to create the connection profile for your target. Okay, so create one more profile. This is for BigQuery. BigQuery connection profile. Same region, so just create. Now this has been successfully created. Now you can see connection profiles for your source database and also your target data warehouse BigQuery. So once you create your connection profiles, you can reuse them, right? If you are going to use the same source or same target for different use cases. Okay, this is clear. Okay, now we'll move to the next step. Okay, now we'll create streams. Click on create stream. Stream name query replicate. Okay, this is my stream name and you will have to select the region. So I'll select my nearest. Source type your MySQL, and if you have to replicate the data from other relational database, you have that option, Oracle or PostgreSQL. In our case it is MySQL. Destination type is BigQuery. Let this option be like this. Now here you will have to set up your MySQL source. Open. Here you can see RDS for MySQL, Aurora for MySQL, Cloud SQL for MySQL and self-hosted MySQL. Again in MySQL we do have these many options to select. So in our case it is Cloud SQL for MySQL. Okay. Now to replicate data from your Cloud SQL instance to the BigQuery, you will have to enable few logs, that is binary logging. Here itself all the instructions are given. You can just follow this instruction. Okay, so you have to make sure your binary logging is enabled. In our case it is already enabled. Just click on continue. If it is not enabled, you will have to explicitly enable that. Okay, now what also it says create data stream user. Okay, because it has to extract the data from your source database, so it has to have a user for data stream. Okay, so that's what it is going to do. Close. We have the user for a data stream now. Okay, now click on continue. here you will have to select the connection profile. You will have to select the MySQL CP which has been created in our earlier step. You can see its host name and port and everything. Here itself you can, if you want, you can run this test once again. Run test. Now you can see this is successfully connected. Okay, click continue. Here you will have to select your source schemas and tables. Okay, so here we have different options to do so. Okay, if you want a specific schema to be replicated to your target system, you can select that. Under schema, if you want only specific tables, you can select even those tables. So in our case, I want this entire schema, entire database, GCP demos. Okay, if you want to exclude few of the objects from the selected database, you can do that. Just follow these instructions. I don't want to do that in our demo. And here, not only tables you can restrict, you can also restrict columns. Okay, so for example, if you see, I have two tables in my source database. One is basic details, one is git downloads AGG. Okay, so here you can see those two tables, and if you want to restrict few columns, you can restrict it by just unchecking the checkbox. Okay, but I want everything. Okay, so that's why I'm not restricting any columns. Okay, now this is very important option. Here we have two options to replicate data into your target system. So if you select automatic, Datastream will pull existing data in addition to newly changed data from the included objects when the stream is started. Okay, that means your historical data also will be replicated into your target system. If you want to manually do it, you can go for it, so that Datastream will pull only newly changed data, that means latest data. It won't basically replicate your historical data. So we want everything. So if you have to dump everything from your source database to your target system, you can go for this automatic. Okay, so and also if you want to exclude some of the objects from the backfill, okay, you can even mention those object list over here. Okay, so I don't want to do that, so let it be. Let's click on continue. Okay, now you will have to select your destination connection profile. In our case, it is BigQuery. So BigQuery CP. Now click continue. This is also very important actually. So if you want your source data to be replicated into a single data set, you can go for this select single data set for all schemas, right? So but if you want a different data set for different source schema, you can go for this data set for each schema. If you want your all source schemas to be replicated into single data set, you can go for this, but I want this option. Okay, and also you can select whether your destination data set to be created in a single region or multi-region. Okay, so I want single region. In my case, select the region for it. Okay, and also you can prefix something to your destination data set. So I want to prefix this particular string to my destination data set which it's going to create. Okay, so yeah, let it be. Now we are good to go. And this is also one of the important option, that is staleness limit, right? So that means the refresh frequency, right? So you want your data to be replicated almost real time, or every 5 minutes or 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours or 8 hours or 1 day. Okay, so I want almost real time, so that's why I'm selecting 0 seconds. Okay, so continue. Now everything is set. Just run validation, so that it will validate everything, your source connectivity. Okay, and the required logging is enabled or not. Okay, and also replication permissions, whether BigQuery API is enabled or not, BigQuery permissions. Okay, and also dynamic dataset creation. Okay, so now we are good to go. Click on create. So here again we do have two options. If you just click on create, it will just create the stream, but it won't run that stream. If you want to create the stream and as well run parallelly, you can just click on create and run, so that it will create the stream and also run the stream. Now it's creating the stream. It will take some time. You can see this stream is running. Our replication has been successfully started. Now you can check the status. Okay, so if you want, you can pause this stream for some time. You can resume it, and you can delete this stream if you don't want it in the future. Okay, so you can edit this stream. Okay, now we'll go to our BigQuery, because that is our target system. Now we'll see whether our data has been successfully replicated or not. Okay, so just refresh this page. Okay, now you can see this data set has been successfully created. Now we have prefixed this string, right, datastream underscore. So this is our source database schema name, that is our source database. If you come over here, so this is our database, right? Okay, it has two tables. Now we should see these two tables have been successfully replicated to our BigQuery dataset. Okay, so just now you can see these two tables, and you can preview the data, and the second table you can preview the data. Okay, so just observe this schema, right? And when you just try to observe your source table, right, it has three columns actually: OS name, OS version, and number of downloads, right? But when it is coming to your BigQuery target table, so you have all the columns, and you have an extra column, that is Datastream metadata. Okay, so for every source table it is going to append some extra metadata, so it will provide some useful information which can be used for our further analysis. Okay, and also our validation, right? So this is a nested column record, and it has three more other columns. One is UUID, and source timestamp, and is deleted flag. Okay, so if you preview the data once again, so this data looks like this. So unique ID has been given for each and every record, and also the timestamp, it is in Unix format actually. Okay, and also the deleted flag. Okay, this extra metadata is appended to each and every table. So you can even see, you can see this extra column is appended for this basic details table. Same thing. Okay, so this table has two records. Now you can see two records. Now what we will do, we'll go to our source database. Okay, we'll try to insert some data into one of the table, and also we'll delete one record. So I will take this table, basic details. Now this has two records. Okay, so I will delete one record, and I will insert two more records. Okay, first of all I will insert two records into this table. Okay, one row has been inserted. I will insert one more row. Okay, so I will delete one row. Now if you just select star from this table, I have four records into it. I will delete one record. Now one row has been deleted. So if you select, now this table has three records. Okay, one old record has been deleted, two new records have been inserted. Now we should be able to see this change in the target system. Automatically it should be taken care by your data stream, right? Now go to your BigQuery, that's it. Okay, now refresh. Okay, now you can see the significance of this is deleted flag. Now we have deleted this first row from the source table, right? So now you can see that deleted flag is true. This is a soft delete at the target system. Now you can see two more new rows have been added to this particular table in the source. Now you can see that data XYZ, and the fourth row, and also fifth row. So now you can see how fastly the data has been replicated to your target system. This is how it is helpful in your change data capture use cases and also data replication use cases. So whenever you do some modification at your source database, so it is immediately available at the target through your data stream process. Okay, so I hope this would help you, and that's it for this video. We will meet in the next video. Thank you.